who is worried about a friendship, and I feel like this is like pressure to no longer be connected to somebody. And it could be because there is some sort of controlling relationship. That could be the family dynamic, or it could be, you know, someone who's maybe freshly married, and there could be some efforts to isolate that person. So I feel like there is some stress on a friendship. Maybe even some jealousy over how much time you spend with someone else that could be kind of toxic. So let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member, as well as how to find my Etsy shop if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. Sorry, I have a hair stuck to my lip. We got it. We're good now. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Rachel. How we doing? I also feel like there's not enough like light yet, so give me a moment. I'm gonna try to fix that real quick, like. Is that better? A little bit? Okay. Let's dive in. We're gonna go with Under the Oak. What else do we have, please? Queen of Pentacles. Devil in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles, yeah, I do feel like we have somebody who is in a committed relationship, possibly married, and they have a very intuitive friend. So take it how it resonates. This could be about you being in a serious relationship, or it could be that you are this friend. I think probably more likely you are the friend that could be experiencing some distancing type energy or some cold energy from someone who's recently got into a relationship. Hello, James. Hello, how's it going, Dracula? Hello, Captain Miscreant. Hello, Carrie. How we doing? That's a good song. I haven't thought of that one in a long time. So with the Devil in the reverse, I think this is basically saying we have someone here who is a good friend. You give good advice. I'm going to do the reading as if you are this Nine of Pentacles, the friend, not the one in the relationship, but obviously take it how it resonates. It's interesting because I just watched This Ends With Us, and I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody else, but I will say that there is a friend who is kind of caught in the middle, but ends up, in my opinion, choosing being a good friend over anything else. Not letting like family affiliation impact their judgment. And this is the concern. There's someone here who could potentially be in a toxic or unhealthy relationship, and do you have the possibility of influencing them to see that that is the issue? And therefore, that person who is not approaching the relationship in a healthy way could be threatened by you. Hello, Danny. Hello, Lydia. How we doing? Thank you for the tip. When will I have a committed romantic relationship? I'm adding that for you. Thank you, Lydia. Hello, Aricha. How are you doing? I hope I said that right. Thank you, Rachel. Hello, Mertz. Hello, Sam. How you doing? Hello, Shayla. How's your day going? See, you caught me all early this time, Shayla. Well done. We're like 5 minutes in, by the way. So we have the Hierophant. This is that relationship. But unfortunately, that relationship is with a King of Swords in the reverse. This could be someone who is difficult to connect to in an emotional way. And with Temperance in the reverse, this is someone who has unhealed trauma or struggles with accountability, maybe even prone to bursts of anger. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Six of Swords in the reverse. It's like flying too close to the sun type energy. There is attraction, there is excitement in this relationship, but I think your perceptiveness has clued you in on something starting to go like off the tracks, or you're picking up on the fact that this could be one of those connections that starts off very like whimsical and romantic, but now we have the true colors coming out. And if you're in a relationship with a King of Swords in the reverse, I don't think you can count on honesty or vulnerability. So you have picked up on the fact that this person is married or dating someone who is wearing a mask. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, Lydia, the personal questions will start in about like 28 minutes or so. I do the general first. Did I miss saying hello to someone? Did I say hello to Evo? Hello, how are you doing? So we have, with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like it's the King of Swords in the reverse who's saying, basically, you need to stop hanging out with that friend, or this is not conducive to our relationship. And that's a red flag. This is an attempt to isolate somebody, which is generally indicative of a pretty unhealthy relationship. Will there be friends that, you know, come and go, and maybe you are close to them and then you become less close because you have kids or because you move? Of course, things like that will ebb and flow. But this feels to me like this King of Swords in the reverse, does not have to be a man, by the way, is possessive and controlling. And as such, it's like I get to choose who's in that inner circle, and that person, I don't like them. And it's probably because you can see their real energy. Hello, Jorge. Hello, Healing. How are we doing today? Hello, Delinia. Magician in the reverse and the Four of Swords. Your healed energy and your perceptive, like, gift, your ability to see beyond the King of Swords mask is a threat to their goals, is a threat to their plan. So if you're there, I can't be as controlling. If you're talking to my partner and telling them that I shouldn't accept that behavior, then it, like, you know, gets under my skin. It irritates me. So we have a dishonest partner trying to get a close friend who senses that they are not healed, trying to get that close friend to no longer be in the picture. Anytime you talk to my partner, it's difficult for me to like reestablish control or be able to gaslight that person. So therefore, I'm trying to make it so that I've isolated this person. You can't talk to them anymore. If you're wondering why someone is feeling distant, it's a third-party influence. It's their relationship. And the fact that you have this stable energy. So you are this King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles energy, very heavy on, and Queen of Pentacles. So very heavy on earth. You might have Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in your chart, but more so what I'm getting is you help this friend of yours understand things from a different perspective if they're missing out on that. So that's why you are a threat to the King of Swords in the reverse, who wants to manipulate their partner. This is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. You're right, James. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. That means a lot to me. This person would prefer, the King of Swords in the reverse, would prefer that you, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, were just gone. I would prefer if you are no longer friends with my partner. You are a threat to my relationship because you have intuitive skills and you can pick up on the fact that the mood has changed in this relationship, or that I'm trying to control this person. Some of you may have even studied psychology, or you have a strong relationship with your therapist and you know how to recognize things like Darvo. So we have the World and the Five of Swords in the reverse. There could be an attempt to, by this King of Swords in the reverse, to justify moving away. I don't want you to be friends anymore, so if we move elsewhere, then we're going to, you know, be able to move forward without you influencing it. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Vaccinator. Oh, I'm glad. I hope that goes well for you. Hello, Big Iron. How are you doing? And I'm so glad it was before the day you wanted it. Perfect. But yeah, you told me you ordered a candle. I literally went, printed the shipping label, and went to the post office. He got the Bad Habit one, which has the tobacco, coffee, and leather. I know, it sounds like a strange combo, but it works for some reason. So we've got Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands in the reverse. You are a threat to my relationship. I'm over here trying to control someone and you're trying to like tell them not to let me. So I'm going to isolate them from you. I don't like it. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. They want you to be excluded from events. They want you to no longer know like the daily minutia of what's going on for your friend. Eight of Wands in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse. My preference is you stop talking to each other altogether. That's this King of Swords in the reverse. That's their goal. So the Queen of Cups in the reverse, this would be your friend. And they're coming through in the reverse, in part because there is a lack of confidence. We also have the Fool. They are willingly walking further into this relationship, even as the warning signs have presented themselves. So they want so badly to be in a relationship that they are willing to ignore their standards or the rules, right? Aw, that's sweet of you, Redbeard. Let's grab one for a truckload of candles. Let's be easy now, okay? I ain't got a truckload of candles ready to sell, okay? I could make some more. In fact, I probably will this weekend, maybe? Because, see, I make two different kinds. I make the kind that I sell on Etsy, and then I make the bigger ones for myself. They're more of a hassle to ship and everything. So, all right, we've got the Four of Cups in the reverse being followed by the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So you see a shift in your friend. They stop acting the same way. They stop, maybe they're taking longer to respond or they're not initiating conversation. And it is because their relationship is making them feel like the King of Swords in reverse, doesn't have to be a man, is making them feel guilty for how much time they spend connecting to you. Yeah, I do have to make some more. I have the most of the coffee and cream and the bad habit right now. So we've got Temperance and Knight of Cups. You balance this person out. You're a good friend. You want the best for them, and you also have the ability to figure out more readily than others what the intentions of a given person might be. So I think that scares the bejesus out of this King of Swords in reverse, because they're used to being like the smartest person in the room, and then you show up. That's right. They're scared of your brain cell action. All right. This is the Connolly Tarot. No, pero hablo español. Y tengo cartas en francés. ¿Eh? No, I'm not very good at French. However, I can usually figure out what it says. But like speaking it, that is good. Thank you, Gracie. Let me add that for you. Hey, Redbeard, did you check how much my candles are? Aw, thank you. I know very little. I know ¿Cómo t'appelles tu? But I remember trying to learn French in middle school and just being like a little bit irritated because, well, why does it have the letter S if I don't say the letter S? But I can't really say that because obviously English does that too. Sorry, let me write this down. Does J still have the ego? That I'll come back. To him. I've added that for you. Thank you, Gracie. So I priced the candles at $17.77, by the way, if that's helpful. I'm writing that down, Redbeard, because I think we can work something out for Miss Rachel. The other thing is, Etsy allows me to then be able to charge the tax through there, which is important. Hello, Grindhard. How you doing today? And hello, Suvik. How we doing? What are Sadarupa's thoughts regarding her relationship with Suvik? I've added that for you. Thank you, Suvik. Hello, Gavin. How's your day going? I just told you, Key Controller, the 1777. Yes, and the link to that is in my description box for the candles. And if you want to see them with their little top hat on, this is what it looks like with the little cover. It looks all fancy. All right. What else do we have? Six of Swords. I love this depiction because it's got a bridge going over, shall we say, troubled waters. It actually looks pretty calm to me. But this is you being a good friend, trying to help somebody get out of a difficult situation is perceived as like a threat to this King of Swords in the reverse. The fact that you are a good friend, the fact that you want to enable your friend to do better is like nerve-wracking for the King of Swords in the reverse who wants to control that person. That's totally fair, key controller. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing today? Eight of Wands in the reverse. Six of Cups in the reverse. They're going to try to start an argument. This King of Swords in the reverse is going to be making the Queen of Cups in the reverse feel guilty for their friendship with you and want you to cut them off completely. Sorry, and want your friend to cut you off completely. Take it how it resonates. You might be the person in the relationship or you might be the friend. But I've mostly been reading as if you are this Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles friend that the King of Swords in the reverse is threatened by because you are wise, because you've gone through so much. You have this ability to pick up on that negative, toxic energy. So you could potentially expose them. You could potentially explain to your friend the tricks that they're leveraging, right? Hey, Tiana, how are you doing? I hope the massages are going well. So we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse and the King of Wands with the Four of Cups. They're going to lose their temper. They're going to try to like basically force the Queen of Cups in the reverse to stop talking to you. I don't want you to invest in that. I don't want you to communicate with them, or you're talking to them too much. In some cases, like I said, they may even convince the Queen of Cups in the reverse to move away from you, so it's more difficult for you all to connect in person. Hello, Lee. How are you doing? Hello, Anthony. I hope you're having a good day. Gracie, I would say that's the same reason why they didn't want people to be able to decipher what was in the Bible. Because if we convince you that trusting your intuition is a demonic thing to do, then I can control you easier. Just like this perfect question, because it aligns with this reading. If you have a friend who has strong intuition, or if you have a friend who looks out for you and makes sure that you are not getting, caught up in some toxic relationship, then it makes my job more difficult. It makes it difficult for me to be able to control that person or gaslight that person. So I think that's why that perception is propagated. Buenas noches, Static. How are you doing? Yeah, do I say bonne nuit? Is that how you say it? So we got judgment. Remember, friends, you only need one E in the word judgment. That's right. I get judgy over spelling. I can't help it, okay? My mom was an editor. Empress in the reverse. I don't like that. I do feel like for some of you, this is somebody who ends up getting a bit of a baby trap situation going on. Again, the King of Swords does not have to be a man. The Queen of Cups in the reverse doesn't have to be a woman. You came through as the Queen and the King of Pentacles, so obviously you've got that masculine and feminine energy figured out. That makes a ton of sense to me if you're the most intuitive person in this group. But I do feel like there could be attempts to isolate from friends, move to a different place, and start a family to say basically this is all you need. You don't need anybody else outside of the circle, right? I do as well. Ooh, Dutch? Okay, so I watch the Frisian Horses channel and they speak in Dutch occasionally. Is it Gola? Golavan? I'm probably saying it wrong, but I will learn. That's awesome. I think her name is Yvette, but it's been fun because she'll say things to the horses. Now I'm getting all anxious about it, but I think it's like not too different from Norwegian, honestly, as far as some of the pronunciation. Hello, Mark. How are you doing? Hey, that just means they're canceling themselves out for you early on. If they can't handle it, if they think it's just because you're trying to manipulate people, good riddance. If you don't appreciate the spirituality behind it, then that's just how it is, right? Hello, Albert. How are you doing? Hello, Indra. Thank you for becoming a member, Indra. I'm doing well. How are you? Un día más. They might more likely say poco a poco, like little at a time. $150 service? Ooh, lobster. How dare you make me think of lobster? Dang, now I'm gonna need some lobster bisque. Or I just won't be happy. 5 of Cups in the reverse and the 4 of Swords in the reverse. Look, because you are vested or invested in healing and because you are a good friend and you want to be helpful to this Queen of Cups in the reverse, you are seen as a threat. You are somebody that makes this King of Swords in the reverse nervous about whether or not they can actually get what they want from the relationship, which is control. So they have unhealed energy and you make it obvious that they are unhealed. 2 of Swords and the Lovers. They're literally going to say, it's me or your friend. Do you want to be in this relationship or do you want to be friends with that person? Because you don't get to have both. And they're doing that maliciously because they feel better about their chances of controlling this Queen of Cups in the reverse if you are not there. If this Queen of Cups, or sorry, if this Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles friend energy is out of the picture, then the King of Swords in the reverse feels like they can control or manipulate their partner more easily. 10 of Wands in the reverse and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I do also feel like there's an effort here to make sure that financially speaking, the Queen of Cups in the reverse is incapable of venturing out on their own. So, hey, maybe you should quit working, or hey, can you buy us a new car, and that depletes their savings, or hey, can you do like the down payment on a house? If you don't have the flexibility to go live on your own after a breakup, people get caught up in that relationship, right? Hello, Merida. How are you doing? Hey, Muffy. I'm sending you protective energy. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Oh, you're welcome, Carrie. All right. What else do we want? I'm going to go with the Romance Angel Oracle. We might see the Deception card, or I can't remember what the words on it are, but the picture that I'm seeing is there's a woman in a wedding dress and like walking away. So I think it's like distance or walking away kind of energy. I just can't remember what the words are on the card. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Pay attention to the red flags. I feel like there is an ex or someone who was previously interested in the Queen of Cups in the reverse that returns, and it exacerbates or like inflames the problems with this relationship with the King of Swords in the reverse, which does kind of align with that This Ends Now movie, right? So because there's someone who shows back up, it ends up being like a catalyst for an argument. Hello, Lee. Thank you for the tip. I haven't heard from my ex. Ooh. What is going on? I've added that for you. Thank you, Lee. Yes, I feel that static. We respect your feelings, Boquito. Just ask for respect in the same, like, you be able to offer that as well, right? That is very strangely hiding something, I would assume. We have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So the Queen of Cups in the reverse feels that things are off, feels that there is some anger from their partner, and is trying to find a way to improve upon that energy. The issue is that they're dealing with somebody who is controlling. Let go of control issues. If the King of Swords in the reverse wants the relationship with the Queen of Cups in the reverse to work out, they need to let go of their need to be that controlling, manipulative partner. The Queen of Cups in the reverse needs to decide whether or not they're going to stand up and have some boundaries and ensure that they do not get isolated away from their friends. Boquito, I am not your love. Do not call me my love. What's my name? Oh, wait. I have a sticker for this. For those of you that don't know, that is a beautiful sticker that aligns with what I used to say. When I was a bartender, I would tell people my name is a combination of my two favorite things, cars and men. Let's kind of stretching it a little bit. They don't have a lot of names with cheese in it, which is the main issue here, but I don't know if you want a shout out or not, but thank you to the person who made them. Thank you, Indra. Could we try to keep the questions in the super chat, please? That makes it a lot easier for me. Please. Oh, that's a lot, Indra. What's going on? No, I was hoping you were going to stay away from the ex. Is she going to ask? Me to come see her again. Indra, you have free will. It is your life to live. You are the captain of your ship. But if I can make decisions for you, it would be never see Alette again. Bye-bye. Adios. Blocked. Bloqueado. But I have added that to the list. Fresh Boquito pie. Claim your band award. Boquito, we keep trying, but one of these days we're going to have to tell you it's permanent. Ah, okay. I understand. And that is kind of like shady on her part. She can sense that you're like over it, perhaps. All right. Wow, look at the spirit guides calling you out. That says release your ex. This is for the general reading. Let's just keep that in mind. But it might apply to you as well, Indra. We've got, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That's what's freaking out this King of Swords in the reverse. They feel insecure. They feel like they need to do something to keep this Queen of Cups in the reverse from walking away or realizing that they deserve better. That's part of the reason they need to, like, get some distance between the close friend and their partner. Redbeard's correct on that. Thank you for the gift, Dead Fresh. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm going to pull just a few more and then we're going to start on those personal questions, okay? But I do feel like we have, which one do we want? Yes, we want these. The Untold Messages of the Heart. I do feel like this King of Swords in the reverse has tried to hide their insecurity, and maybe they like overcompensate and it's very arrogant energy that comes through. What else do we have? You make me lose my cool and I just don't know how to act in your presence. We might have anger issues, but we definitely have controlling issues. Foolish. I feel like an idiot for the choices I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. So they do things that are rash, right? They don't think about it. They react. Very applicable to the movie I referenced, This Ends Now. And then they want to come back around and apologize. Can you just forget that I did that? Let's pretend that didn't happen. But it did happen, and you weren't able to control your energy, and it caused problems for me, either emotionally or maybe even physically. If anybody out there is able to add to the live chat a 1-800 number for anybody who might be in a particularly toxic relationship, I very much so appreciate that. Trust. I have a hard time trusting anyone. I'm doing just fine on my own. This King of Swords in the reverse is the type of person who wants others to trust them, but they don't trust anybody else. Please accept my apology so we can move past this. They apologize, but it's words, not behavior changed. So I hope that I can win you back over. I bought you your favorite candy, or I bought you your favorite beer, or I did the dishes for you, whatever they do. It's like, can we establish that everything is fine, but also I'm not going to change my behavior. Thank you, Rachel. So when this King of Swords in the reverse is distracted, there's an opportunity that the Queen of Cups in the reverse is tempted to indulge in or pursue, whereby they can get away from this King of Swords in the reverse. And I do feel like they're going to potentially reach out to you because they trust you as their friend. So they may need your help to get away from this person that seems to be increasingly less in control of their anger. And I would hope you're able to help in some way. Remember, need to know. If people don't need to know what's going on or where someone is or what's happening, then do not tell them. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing? Happy birthday. All right. Let's see what we've got for Lydia, and then it would be Gracie, and then Suvik, and then Lee, and then Indra. So for Lydia, we have, when will I have a committed romantic relationship? So we have the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the King of Cups in the reverse, and the 6 of Wands in the reverse. The timing of your committed relationship is dependent upon your processing something that has happened in the past. So your ability to heal from something changes your energy, and when you change that energy, it draws people to you. So remember that you have very strong manifestation powers, but right now it's like you're concealed. People don't see you as easily or do not see your beautiful energy as easily because it's like covered in some frustration or anger tied to a previous relationship. So the best thing that you can do right now is some sort of artistic expression that enables you to get further down that path of healing and opens up that ability for you to draw people in. You become more alluring when you don't have that weight upon your shoulders. So it's less about like, okay, this happens in August or this happens in October, and more about when you complete these things or when you tackle this energy, forgive and let go, then your changed energy manifests or draws in that relationship. So with that Wheel of Fortune, I do feel like very possible that this happens. I'm saying specifically November, but that is dependent upon your energy changing. It may not be some huge involved like healing process. You might be well on your way, right? But right now with this Five of Cups energy, there is some like you're hidden, right? People don't see that beautiful energy you possess because it is hiding behind some frustration associated with a previous connection. So once that changes, you have this enlightenment energy that other people pick up on, kind of like a Batman signal, and it draws in a romantic relationship. Should you accept that challenge, then I see November as a very likely time frame for you. And maybe it goes faster if you dive right in, right? All right. Let's see what we've got for Gracie. We'll go with the Pause Tarot. Does Jay still have the ego that I'll come back to him? Does Jay still have the ego that Gracie will come back? Intermittently. I don't normally take cards sideways. It's usually upright or reverse, but the Chariot came out like decidedly sideways. 8 of Cups in the reverse, 5 of Pentacles. The 8 of Cups in the reverse is like, come back, and the 5 of Pentacles is like that no contact energy. So most of the time I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I feel like you're going to come back to me. And then perhaps more likely at night, we have somebody who feels, maybe you've actually gotten over me. Maybe you've decided that you're over it. I do feel like Jay asks or is very like observant, trying to figure out whether or not you've moved on, started dating somebody new. But there is this assumption that with Strength in the reverse, that you still have a weakness for this connection. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, but it's inconsistent. There are times where he doubts it and he thinks, she's probably going to like forget about me. Hello, Joey. Not fair talking about chicken. I'm hungry. I'm over here working. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I talk about food all the time, so you are definitely allowed. All right, let's see what we have for Suvik. Let's see. We're going to go with... This is the Cosmic Woman Tarot. What are Satarupa's thoughts regarding the relationship with Suvik? What are Satarupa's thoughts regarding the relationship with Suvik? Two of Swords in the reverse. The World. Seven of Swords. King of Wands in the reverse, and the Star. So there is some sort of deception or dishonesty, whether it's perceived or actual. Satarupa felt like you were being dishonest or hiding something. There was anger. Like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to be close to you. But that has given way to this Star energy, which is healing energy, forgiving energy. So this feels to me like, I know you're in my life for a reason. I know sometimes it may get difficult or we may misunderstand each other, but I feel lost without you. So feelings for you have gotten stronger. All right. Let's see what we've got for Lee. So Lee hasn't heard from the ex. What is going on? Why hasn't Lee heard from the ex? Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Financial difficulty. This is like, I have pressing things I need to deal with because of a financial stress. We also have the Chariot. Is this in reference to the cops? I feel like there's been someone who called the cops. There's been some having to explain, like, what were you doing, / do you know why I pulled you over kind of thing. And I do feel like there is an expense. So it could be that your ex is dealing with a ticket or being fined. Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is like, I got caught, you know, the inclination is to stay with like my pants down, but I think this is more so like drinking and driving or something. I see somebody completely mishandling an important interaction. Like, shout out to my brother. One time he went through TSA and there was some reaction that he overheard. He's like, "Oh, did you find my gun?" No, we don't play those games with the TSA. They don't like those jokes. I would never recommend saying anything like that. And that's what I'm seeing with this, is there is disregard for the importance of the situation or the reverence that you should probably be showing someone, and making a comment that was out of pocket. Hello, Shada. I would prefer to be called Carmen, please. So we have somebody who, I don't think they were sober, and they made a bad call. So with that Hermit and that cat being in that box, what I really feel like is somebody is either there's going to be like a court date, or there was even like a, do I need to take you to the drunk tank? Like, what's going on here? And I can't help it. Now when I look at that Six of Wands, I see that chick from the movie Obsession where she's just like, oh no. Yeah. I think there's been a run-in. I think there's financial problems as a result of how your ex handled the situation. So sending you healing energy, and I hope there is a positive resolution here for you. Let's go with the OG or the Rider-Waite Smith for Indra. Is the ex going to ask Indra to come see her again? Is the ex going to ask Indra to come see her again? Not in the near future. I feel like right now there is this desire to be alone, or even like kind of like play hard to get, or like I'm mad at you because you didn't do what I wanted you to do. But then with the Eight of Cups in the reverse, that desire returns. So for right now, no, I feel like this person's mad at you. I feel like your ex is like, I tried to get something, or I tried to like get you to say something and you didn't. So I'm going to try to make you feel rejected the way I felt rejected, but I'm still waiting for you to do something. Hello, Preeti. How are you doing? Yes, I know what you're talking about, Rachel. Hello, Gracie. Let me add that for you. Did Stains see my message in notifications? I've added that for you. So anything else for Indra regarding the ex, please? Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Your ex wants to have like a rotation. I want a roster. I want people that I can talk to when I'm having a difficult time, but I don't want to break up with the person that I'm with, or I don't want to have to choose one person. Because then no matter what happens, I walk away with an offer, or I walk away with the ability to like stay at someone's place. And you're being encouraged with that Six of Swords to walk away. There's somebody else here for you. But it depends on your ability to fully cut the cord with your ex. So if you have not blocked her, I would block her. If I'm making decisions for you, which you have to make on your own. Sorry, sometimes I get bossy. But it's just because I want the best for you. I don't want you to get caught up in that toxic energy, you know? Hello, Flower. I hope you're having a good one. I was eating some Roquefort. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I like to say it that way. It's stinky cheese, but I like it. For Gracie, did Stains see my message and notifications? No. It looks to me like Stains is in like a period of isolation currently. Like, don't call me, don't text me, don't email me, and definitely don't show up on my doorstep. I don't want to talk to anybody. So with the Devil in the reverse, I do feel like there's something here that has happened that has made Stains want to like isolate. Four of Wands, well, Two of Wands, Four of Wands, and Strength in the reverse. Yeah. This is like, I need to recharge my batteries. I need to focus on me. I'm not going to get caught up in anything else. I will let you know when I'm ready. Have a good one, Flower. So I don't think that Stains is really talking to many people at all right now. This is like, I need to figure out what I want to do. I need to put together a plan. I don't want to be influenced by anybody else. There could be some decision making regarding where Stains wants to live. But with Strength in the reverse, there's someone here who has upset Stains. Six of Swords in reverse. If there's a roommate situation, it could be I need to move out. If there is a family obligation that has really gotten under his skin, he's thinking about like, how much more do I really want to invest in this situation? Yeah. This is like, I need to like do some processing. I need to do some work introspection wise. But I keep getting confirmation that this is somebody who is emotionally mature. So taking that time to himself is the right call. But yeah, I would let him reach out to you. If it's meant to be, it will be. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.